Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Compium TDX.
Hey everybody. So I can remember back in the day when I used to get computers from the good old Computer Works store. Of course, if you go back on my channel many years back, you'll see a whole bunch of part system videos. It's this stuff I did on the side back when I was a college student, and also when I was working a part-time job back in the day. And of course, back when we had the Computer Works store nearby, it was easy to get to, and of course they had a whole lot of stuff there. And so I was always buying part systems there and getting computers repaired and doing refurbishing, and then turning them around selling them. And one thing I can recall from them days was, looking at that computer that had a Windows XP sticker on it, or a Windows Vista sticker on it, thinking to myself, man, would it be nice if I could just use this product key sticker to activate a copy of Windows 7? Because yes, of course, back then the sticker that was on the computer was was pretty much tied to that version of Windows. And of course, came along Windows 8 and Windows 10, and of course Windows 8 started the era of computers having the product key embedded in the UEFI, so you didn't have the product key stickers. And then of course Windows 10 came along, and with Windows 10 you could, and you still can, activate a Windows 10 license using a Windows 7 license key or Windows 8 license. So it will be the equivalent of being able to activate Windows 7 with a Windows Vista license or even a Windows XP license. You could just imagine we had that back then. But also back then we had a Microsoft Windows that was user oriented. It wasn't. It was you were basically free to use the computer however you wish. Now, what I mean by that is back then you didn't have to sign up with a Microsoft account. Windows Update didn't have so much control of your computer that it would just restart it just any random time. Now, Windows 7 and older OSs, they were also known to automatically restart computers if automatic updates were set. But on Windows XP and Vista and 7, you could configure Windows Update to notify you to download updates, or download updates but ask you to install them. You had freedom of choice over how Windows Update worked, and you had a lot of freedom out there as far as how you could configure the computer. Windows back then had a lot more features. It was more easier to use. Back in the day when programs were called programs, not apps. This ain't a smartphone. This is a computer. We do work on a computer. We don't play around on a computer now. I'm sure a lot of us do play around on a computer, but in a way I've always seen mobile phones and tablets as stuff to play around with, and computers to do serious work on. And of course Windows 8 was a total insult to the PC, in my opinion. But back then we had Microsoft Windows, and Windows 7 for example, out, in my opinion, was probably one of the greatest releases of Windows of all time. Now Windows XP, a lot of people still have so much respect for Windows XP. They consider Windows XP the very, very best version of Windows. But I'd say Windows 7 was the new Windows XP. It was a user-centered OS. It was easy to configure. It was nice. You didn't have these kitty tiles. You didn't have this start menu that was just a gumbled mess. You had Windows Update that you could configure. You didn't automatically just download updates at any given time without your permission. But of course now we have Windows that, again, as I mentioned earlier, Windows 10 and Windows 11. Now I haven't tried installing Windows 11 with the Windows 7 key, but Windows 10 for example. So Windows 10, you can install it as long as you have any of those older keys. Windows 10 is nowadays, with Windows 10 you can just download it off the internet. Windows 11, you can just go on Microsoft's website and download an ISO. Try doing that with Windows 7 back in the day, or Windows XP. It was a lot more difficult. It was way more difficult tracking down disk images You pretty much had to buy a retail or OEM copy of the OS, or get that image through other means. But nowadays, you can just go on Microsoft's website, download the Media Creation Tool, and download that ISO free of charge to your device, write it to a USB stick, write it to a DVD, and then install it on Windows 10, install it on a wide variety of machines as long as you had either a Windows 7 or Windows 8 key, or Windows 10 key. But nowadays we have a Windows product that Microsoft basically treats your computer like it's their property, not yours. They control when updates are installed. They gather so much data from you on your computer. Of course, unless you opt out everything, which even then I don't think really works that well. They still gather data. There's even cases of, like recently Windows 11, where I think advertisements were even shown in File Explorer. It's like they're monetizing the OS. While it's easier to get, it's nowhere near as easy to use, and it's just so frustrating. In my opinion, wouldn't we rather just go back to the days when Windows, like I say, when Windows was more user-oriented? I mean, wouldn't you just rather go back to the days when, of course, the trade-off was, of course, a lot of times you had to buy the OS to get the OS. You couldn't activate it with a previous version's key, but you had a product that was easier to use. And it was just more user oriented. It treated your computer like it was your computer. So yeah, guys, what do you think about that? Feel free to leave your feedback in the comments. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that wraps it up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Computer Channel, and be sure to tick that bell so you'll get notified when new videos are posted. Also, don't forget, I have a whole lot of other interesting videos here on the channel to check out. And also, in addition, I have a second channel, CubeComp MTDX, where I have all sorts of other videos not exactly related to technology. Links to the channels are available at the end of this video. Again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.